Hello, this is Hoosier Memories. I'm Nancy, a history nerd, and today we are talking about Lake Chelan. It was originally Belknap Lake, a part of the Belknap Quarry and Cement Plant in Sellersburg. It was established in 1920 for the YWCA. A camp for girls where democracy rules, as seen in the Louisville Courier-Journal, August 1st, 1920. It reads, the top photo is of the old Belknap Quarry walls. Below is a photo of the lake. Hundreds of acres, meadows, shady brooks, and a real lake are among the charms of Chelan, land of the sky-blue water. The summer camp is maintained by the Young Women's Christian Association. The camp lasted for about 10 weeks, beginning in mid-June and accommodating 50 girls at any one time. As well as water sports, the campers learned basket weaving, making hammocks, carving, and then some storytelling. As soon as a girl arrived, she became a member of an Indiana Native American tribe. Each night, one tribe would entertain the other campers with a beach party, a fancy dress ball, games, or a dance. Belknap Lake, as it was known in the 1920s, was a popular fishing spot for the locals. Some catches were so big that they were placed on display in Louisville. The lake was described as so clear that it was possible to see 30 feet down. Registrations for the 1927 summer season were advertised for both schoolgirls and employed girls. The camp could by then accommodate 120 girls at one time. In 1928, Camp Chelan added a banking system where the girls could deposit their money and then be issued checks when they needed funds. Here are different views of camp activities during the 1928 season. The Depression years didn't close the camp, and it appeared to have been very popular. Prior to World War II, Camp Chelan was looking back at its early years. Now maintaining 38 acres, the camp had buildings for the girls to sleep in, a recreational lodge, a dining hall, an open-air studio for dancing and music, 2 badminton courts, and an archery range. The older employed girls could look forward to themed weekends of glamour, a dude ranch, a carnival, or a leap year. Just months before Pearl Harbor, needed funding was short, which would allow the underprivileged campers to take part. But many attractions had been added to the camp, which kept the girls' spirits up during wartime. In 1947, something new was tried at Camp Chelan. The Courier-Journal tells us, city offices and hot, crowded streets were forgotten by a group of Louisville business girls who went to a commuters' camp. Each afternoon, the girls left their city jobs for an evening of fun and relaxation at Camp Chelan. And then, bright and early in the morning, they returned to town for a day's work. This was a different idea from offering a special business girls' weekend. That same year, Camp Chelan was chosen as the site of the Southern Regional Conference of Business and Professional Women of the YWCA. The theme of their conference was Betty the Business Girl, Citizen of the World. The 50s. Camp Chelan was still going strong, despite the changes in styles. Even the most efficiently run facility will have surprises now and then. It was reported that campers had 2 nights of excitement and anxiety while authorities hunted for an escaped mental patient. Thankfully, the patient was found, and all was well. The 60s brought a few changes for the camp. 450 underprivileged campers were allowed to take part in the activities. Contributions were sought to meet the added expenses. Unfortunately, in 1966, the camp was sold. The reason given was that there was too much industry moving into the immediate area, and the costs attributed to modernizing the facility. It was reported that a private group, Lake Chelan Incorporated, had planned to create a public recreational project. The last mention was in 1979. Many of the former girl campers remembered their days spent swimming, boating, and other activities. But time has moved on, and the camp is now private property. There is no public access, and the camp cannot be seen from the road. All that is left are the memories of the joy that had come from such a wonderful place. And now you know the story of Camp Chelan. I hope you enjoyed your time with Hoosier Memories, and I thank you for listening.